Hello, fatigue tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Thracia 776 with me, BlueAnkylo. I hope you're not actually fatigued, but in case you are, watch out. You might need to have some stamina drinks to keep going. This is your BlueAnkylo here. We're getting started. We're going to do the story introduction here for Chapter 19? Let me double check, fact check myself here. Get the number wrong. Yeah, Chapter 19. Okay, so as I've been set up in the past here, I've done most of the preparations, although I'm going to save the last bit with you guys, so you can kind of see my thought process, and then we'll get on to doing the mission. And but first up, the story. Already a day behind Dorius, Leaf's forces were finally rested and ready. Not really, though. We didn't actually recover any fatigue. He was just about to march for Ulster, when a most unexpected message was delivered to him. It was this moment that marked Leaf's beginning down a long road of... The whole game has been a long road of hardship, seriously. This is the beginning of hardship. No, it's been going on for 19 minutes. Okay, well, clearly we don't get a whole lot of dialogue here to get started, but the introductions are short and get to the point. This is a very long map, a very tall map. And let me just load my prep screen here so it's done. And I get some music going in the background. Today's overclocked remix music is the Xenogears soundtrack. It's a pretty nice one. So that'll be playing along quietly in the background for you all. Okay, so let's talk Chapter 19. So this is technically an escape map. Everyone needs to escape into this castle to win. Now, Leaf actually starts right beside it, so if you don't care about having an army for the next map, you know, you can just kill them all and go right away. Also, because of how the deployment works, unless you're following a guide or playing a ROM hack, you don't get to really choose who deploys on the south end. You just make a big long list of 16 to 20 people, and half of them are down here, and half of them are up by the castle. And if they're slow and weak, like Safi, they're probably just going to die. Just checking the music here. One tick down. Okay, I think I got it. Very, very difficult. So, yeah, I get to control where I deploy my characters because of this ROM hack thing. Normally, you don't get to do that. So if you're playing it, you know, on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom, you just get what you get. Although there is a way, I think I've mentioned this before, if you look at a guide, you can memorize the order, because the spots on the map are tied to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of in order here. So you can undeploy them, redeploy them until you get the arrangement here correctly. Oops, I just messed that up. And you could, in fact, figure that out, and that was not good, just by going back and forth. And that actually messed up a lot of my stuff, because that cycled everyone up one in the order, which I didn't want to have happen. Okay, so that aside, I put all my horses down here, and unfortunately, some units from the last map that are mounted, you can't start mounted, so we're gonna have to mount up early on. There's not too much going on. There's a few things going on this map. First off, we've got a boss down here, Wolf, who's pretty tough. I mean, got a lot of 20s. He's got a Master Sword, a Meteor, some Vulneraries. You know, that's kind of interesting. He's got a few Authority Stars and a chance to just not take damage, 15% chance, so that's kind of sneaky. We have some bishops here, and this, I believe, is the first time we've seen Blizzard as a spell. And I would really like to get both of those Blizzards. And, you know, Fortifies and Thorons would be nice as well. AoE healing is pretty good, and A-rank Thunder Tome would be really nice to have a couple. Also, basically, killer weapon with a high crit, so that's pretty good. So I would like to gather those up in optimal strategies. We've got some Master Lances here. You can capture these generals. They've got average con, so a horseman can definitely get us a bunch of Master Lances. Master Lances are probably the best master weapons, because they're range 1 and 2, and Brave, probably, right? Because bows are 2 only, swords are 1 only. I don't know if I've seen a Master Axe. Maybe they're 1, 2 as well. Anyway, you know, those would be, you know, sort of cherry on tops. Of course, there are a couple of these dumb, super long-range ballistas, so that's going to make things a little bit sneaky. Also, there's a whole bunch of cavalry that's going to come try to kill us. Other things, we've got 4 villagers that we would like to escort into the castle. You get a master seal out of that. And there's a bunch of thieves and eventually reinforcement bandits from the forest that head to destroy the villages. So there's a bunch of items that I'm going to try to get. Now, I think there's like round after round of axe guys that show up here that just move over to grab these. And I think all of the starting thieves head towards the upper houses. Now, this is a big one. My plan is to try to play this semi-legitimately without cheesing it too much. We'll see. It might not work. There's these 2 armies, and they will be led by 2 paladins, normally. This one would be led by Amalda. We killed her. So this one's not led by Amalda because she's dead, which is a perk for killing her early. I guess if you missed her, you could probably still steal her scroll and kill her here if you want. If you're playing the A route, you could recruit her. If you're playing the B route, like I did, there'll be a new character over here that we've only barely heard of once, but someone did mention his name. Of course, you can't see him before you deploy, and the person who mentioned his name, you might not deploy, so you might have to reset your map if you didn't check a guide. So anyway, the spoilers are, if you talk to him with Miranda, he will join, and his army of units will join. And I did a quick test before I started recording to see what would happen if we warped Miranda right here, or right here, I guess. She talks to him, he picks her up and runs up. His units turn green and get slaughtered, but they actually kill, I mean, it's odds, but they can definitely kill both of the Blizzard Mages and maybe even both of the Ballista, and eventually they all die. But, that's not exactly what I want to do. I think that's kind of cheesy warp strategy stuff that it's kind of not the theme of this map. We might end up doing it eventually if I had struggled, but I want to try to fight it out. We'll see. What I'm worried about most is some of these are really, really fast. The Arc Knight. This is an 11 movement. I think they got a +1 movement on spawn. That's tremendously fast. So that's kind of scary. It's like they gave them a boots or something. And Tornado is kind of scary, but, you know, we'll see. So, my tentative plan here is I'm going to use Karen and Dean to try and kill the thieves in the first couple rounds. They're not particularly dangerous. They get a head start. So Karen can get one right away and then cover. I'm pretty sure I mathed it out that Dean can get to this village before this guy does. And after that, there's just picking off the dredges. So that should preserve the villages. This army up north is going to start walking south. It's going to take a while. I would love to get Leaf some experience, but now that he's a prince, but it might take a while. I'm deploying Xavier for the Authority Star. We get 20 deployments, so you know there's a lot of that. And I've got pretty much all mounted units down here. And some of them, like Ida, are here just to pick up a kid and move. Brighton is going to pick somebody up. Glade is going to pick somebody up. And Fred is going to pick someone up. So my kind of non-combat units that I don't really use to fight with are just going to scoop some guys up and try to get out of here. Meanwhile, we've got people like Finn, maybe Fergus, Olwyn, maybe Nana, maybe Callion, and then eventually Karen and Dean can come back to kind of screen. Because these guys are... I'm worried they're going to be too quickly and any of this won't work. But that's the theory. Hopefully this group rejoins at some point, meets up, and then we start pushing back down. We will need to deal with the axe guy reinforcements that are going to try to burn my villages. So I'm going to maybe ignore the south village for a little while. It's not in range... Oops. It's not in range of the villages, so we just got to be careful. One of my other thoughts here was that I could deploy like a Meteor Asvel or Bolting Olwyn to deal with these. Now, again, we could just run away once we get up here, and we could just escape. But I want to show these guys who's in charge, right? You know, and I want those. It's tempting to get this Blizzard Tome and get a well, we can't get that Meteor. We could get a Thoron if we stole it, but, you know, odds are fairly slim. And, you know, I wouldn't mind a chance at those Master Lances. So I'd like to at least make an attempt at this group. I've read that, I'll show you the reinforcement map. There's a lot of reinforcements that show up at the bottom, and then some garbage reinforcements over here. So it's a good map for getting some kills if you're trying to train your guys up, and yeah, I'm always trying to train my guys up. So, that's the big picture. The details are not 100% sorted. First off, let me tab over to the spoiler map. Just have to accept this can take a long time. This is another very complicated map, and I have a feeling like every map here on out is going to be super complicated. So, no, that's not the right one. You can see what music we're listening to, but no, we want the guide. There we go. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in the villages. Ensorcels are good. Speed Ring is great. Wind Tome's okay. Holy Water's kind of nice. I mean, if you just looked at where the Speed Ring and Ensorcel... I'm actually out of heal stave, so that's kind of nice too. You could just look at where this important stuff is and go for it. Not all of them, like, are as valuable as the others, but, you know, I want to get all the stuff if I can. So we got these reinforcements. You can see the tiles in the forest that I was mentioning. I think they just head over to these villages. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to stop them. It's a bunch of hammer brigands, and if I run away, they're going to have a chance to just run over there. So I might be doing some flying around nonsense. We'll see. And then at the bottom, we'll get a bunch of reinforcements. Bow knights. Actually, quite a lot of high-level knights and stuff. And I would like to kill... I'd like to do this whole map. You know, Amalda, if she's not dead, will show up. This dude, who we have heard his name before, is going to show up and is recruitable. I'll maybe talk about him once we recruit him, and then we've got a boss. So it's not super complicated, but it's yet another escape map, and well, you know. So let's look at a bit more of my deployment here, and I'll talk. I still got a few more preps I have to do, and I wanted to save some of it for you guys. So you may remember I mentioned fatigue as we opened. Some of our characters are quite fatigued. Sarah, Marita, Tina, I think Lifis is fatigued. I noticed once I decided I interrupted myself again. I've got a lot of units that are almost fatigued, and if I leave them out, they'll be ready for next map, like Ocean and Dalson. And they're just kind of slow, so I figured I probably didn't need them. I would like to have Laura, but I'd have to feed her a stamina drink, and I don't know if I want to do that. I only have a few, and I've got 20 units, so I'm like, I can probably manage without all these guys. So if you're fatigued, you got left out, and if you are nearing fatigue, but I want you on the next map for sure, I left them out. So like next map, I want to make sure I've got at least a few frontliners ready to go, because some of these units for today are likely to get fatigued, depending on how this map goes. So I am bringing those 4 kind of non-primary combat units like Fred and all that, and so originally I was thinking, I kept interrupt myself. One of my original plans was to have sort of a meteor strategy to do this, where I have like Olwen or maybe Asbel move down. Like Olwen would be good because she could canto back up a bit, and then we can dance her out, and maybe have Karen rescue drop the dancer out of the range. But my dancer is fatigued, and it just seemed like a lot of work to kill these ballista. They only have 26 attack power. Now, I was going to deploy Dulcin and he could just tank it out, but I mean, we can throw the Paragon Sword on someone and they'll only take a little bit of damage. So assuming we can kill all the reinforcements, I don't think dealing with these ballista will cause any trouble. It's just going to take a few rounds to drain their ammo. And as long as we stay out of range of the Blizzard, like, we don't have to worry about that too much, right? Like, we did that a couple maps ago. And if I'm deploying Xavier, you know, he's got 17 defense. He can use the Paragon Sword if I want him. I think Maka is also pretty high defense. Like, it's not going to be a big deal. We just got to switch over. I don't even need to give them the defensive sword, but I'll give them the +5 defense from the sword, and they'll be fine. Speaking of that, I got to make sure I bring that with me. Yeah, make sure somebody's got it. Okay, so that's one step. The other step is, okay, I want those, I want these Blizzard Tomes, and I was trying to think of a good way to get them, and sleep seems to be my best method. I'm pretty sure if we silence them, they just leave, right? We've tested this before. I haven't tested on this map, but once a mage has no weapons they can use, they just run away, and then I won't get anything. So if you want to put them to sleep, you need someone with 9 magic or 10 magic. And relatively high... well, you need a C rank staff and 10 magic. That's really easy. Safi can do this all day. So Safi can cover that. In fact, someone else probably could. I've fatigued Sarah, and like Sarah could definitely do it. Tina is getting there. She needs a few more levels in staff ranks. Nana can do it. You know, we've got lots of people that can put these guys to sleep. That is the end of my sleep staff. And I think I'm going to want more of them. Enough that maybe I should just accept that I'm going to hammer in it. Because, well, the sleep staff is the infinite range put to sleep. What I'm kind of changing is, it's not a like to like exactly. But Asvel can already use A rank wind. And this works a little differently. You know, it has a range of 10 instead of infinity, but I don't think you have to beat the enemy's magic to put them to sleep. So I think having 10 blizzards is probably worth spending 2 sleep staves, right? The other option was I could use Tina to steal them with her thief staff, which also probably would have worked just fine. I don't know if 2 thieves versus 2 sleeps, what's better? I don't know, but Tina was fatigued, so I couldn't bring her easily, so that was that. And I might not get this meteor. I don't really care. I've got a fair number of meteors already. Although more is always nice. Okay, so I've kind of got a plan to wear out the ballistas, put these guys to sleep before we attack, maybe suffer through a few meteors, and then kill all these guys. That part doesn't seem too bad. The trouble the problem I'm running into is how do we get out of the initial charge? And I don't know if this is going to work. So the first couple turns are kind of going to just be winged, and I have one more thing I need to do. My inventory, I'm literally running out of inventory space. We need more inventory space. So I'm going to show you me selling all of the stuff we've been capturing the last few maps. So you get to see how much money we make. Also, in case you're wondering, Shannon can buy at the, you know, the prep armory for half price. So I believe at this point we can now sell and buy iron weapons without any loss. So once they're damaged, you can sell them, like if they have like 10 uses left, you can sell them, but you sort of get a percentage of their value, and then you get half when you sell of that value based on the durability. But now, you know, we don't have to worry about technically holding them on until they break, because we don't, you know, buying a new one for half price is pretty much the same as selling one for half price. So that's there. I'm going to sell a fair amount of stuff. I don't think rapiers are very good anymore. I'm going to keep a few, but, you know, we got a bunch. I think I'm at the point where all the non-iron, you know, weird lances, we're going to get rid of them. I also, you know, we stole a ton of javelins last map, so we got rid of them. I have a lot of vulneraries. Also, we can buy them back for 300. No, we can't. Well, if we go to the right shop, we can buy them back for 300 anyway with Shannon. So if we need more, we actually don't lose any money anymore, as long as it's Shannon that buys them. So that's kind of what's leading my decision making here. And we've got at least 2 more stacks of vulneraries. So like what I was thinking with these iron axes was, right, like they're damaged, and I generally don't like to equip them because then they break mid-battle. Maybe I didn't do the math 100% correct. 30 we can sell for 550. Let me just double check I'm kind of on the right track here. Yeah, that's got to be about... Oh no, they start with 30. Okay, so a full strength axe is 550, 30 uses. Okay, yeah, there you go. That proves it. This is a brand new iron axe. We can buy it for 550. If we sell the damaged ones, we can essentially just buy new ones with the money from the trade. Like, it's fine. Anytime we want more iron weapons, there's no need to hold on to half-broken iron weapons, basically. We stole a bunch of silver bows. This is actually a lot of money. So far, the best thing to steal, I'd say, is silver bows, because we barely ever use them, and that was some good gold. We've also got, like, way too many javelins, so I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of these. I'm actually really happy with how much money we've got. My inventory is, like, there's no room. My inventory is super full, and it's crazy. The This is going to help out a lot by cleaning up some inventory space. Yeah, we really don't use bows very often, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm not going to do, like... I already did a lot of the inventory. To be honest, I did do a lot of inventory management before you guys got here. That's why this is all kind of organized as for what I want to sell. My apologies if you hate this kind of stuff, but... like, I really should sell... I didn't do this. I should really sell these 2 iron axes and then give them fresh ones. I didn't realize they were so close to breaking. So I gotta buy axes for those, but we can do that next map because I'm not bringing them. I don't think I want any of this stuff. Slim swords are actually worth a lot of money. They're not very good. I mean, maybe if you have really low con, but at this point in the game, I don't care. Same with long swords. Keeping that stuff. I'm just gonna clean up. I mean, I could use the silver lance because I can't buy them everywhere, but I'm just 2 uses just to clean up your inventory blue. Like I said, I mentioned briefly earlier, I'm really running out of heal staves. We've only got a couple left. We've got a bunch of thunder tomes we don't really need either. They're worth a lot of money. Those were good value to steal. Maybe even almost as good as the silver bows. Fighting unit. Keep a lance. Keep the hammers. I think this is pretty much everybody. Oh, right. You're just going to still... We really have too many javelins. I didn't count last map how many javelins we got. It was too many. But we had to capture all the Leonster Knights, so we didn't really have a choice. Okay, I think that's it. So that's all the selling I was going to do. And now I just got to double check that I gave scrolls to the people I want to give scrolls to already. And I want to make sure there's nothing sitting in the inventory that we're going to regret not bringing. Now, we could use, like, pole axes, because we're fighting a lot of mounted units. I didn't bring any long-range tomes, after all, and I didn't bring a warp. But that's... yeah. Oh, the hammer, right, I was going to do that. So Safi is probably going to break her sleep staff and then fix it. I thought I had another warp staff. Oh, no, we do. It's just, it's got 2 uses. Yeah. So I've hammered, I think the hammering starts with 5, right? I've hammered 1 warp staff, I think. Either that or I meant to and then reloaded and didn't. I think, maybe I messed that up. I think I did it and then ended up reloading on a fail. But we've got 2 left, and there are more warp staves we can find. So I'm just going to keep these until I need them. And then I'll hammer in if I have to, because we might want rescue, we might want warp, I don't know. They both seem pretty good in the end game. But there's only 4 hammerings, and I'm probably going to use one right now. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I'll save that decision for later, honestly. Because I don't know. I don't know. Hammering uses are very hard in a game where staves are so important. And I would like to actually hammer in other things, too. Like, the Brave Lance is almost broken, and the Light Brand's not that good. But, you know, there's some good stuff out here. Okay, so that's it. That's my preps. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4 backup saves because we might end up back here anyway. I'd probably make a real save. And we're gonna give it a shot. Yeah. I prepare for some immediate problems, maybe, but the Empire's Wrath. Everyone's ready, Augustus. Hold a moment, my prince. It seems someone has come to the castle. One of Dorius's men, I believe. Prince Leaf, I'm sorry. Yeah, what? The Imperial Army counterattacked. We were slaughtered. So those half of our army that we marched out is already dead. What? Dorius, to ensure he could escape, he rushed the flank. I'm sorry, he's dead. I mean, I kind of could have called that. We weren't strong enough. Forgive us. That's absurd. You can't just lose everyone in one night. We didn't even get to recover our fatigue. Prince Leaf, time is of the essence. We must withdraw at once before the army is massacred. Wow, you're the worst general in the world. Snap out of it, Leaf. If we lose the rest of our troops, Dorius will have died for nothing. We owe it to him to save as many of our people as we can. And I guess that's the idea. We didn't get to decide who got split. The game split it for us. And that's why we're trying to recover half of our army. It's kind of crazy. Luckily, we can cheat and have our horses be the half of our army. Stupid Dorius. Now the maggots understand what the Empire is capable of. I'll leave the rest to you, Wolf. Know that House Frege expects nothing less than Castle Leonster's recapture. It shall be done. So many of our people have died, but as long as I still live, so too does Ulster. Oh, and don't forget that I do need Miranda to talk to him, and if she talks to him, his units will go green, but I might just kill a bunch of them first anyway, whatever. I'm not too worried. I just don't want to do the warp trick unless I have to. Okay, first up. I do think it's fairly obvious that we're just gonna go kill these thieves here. They can't stop us. Some of these guys really don't give you much time. So, like, if I didn't rush up here, I think he can get to the town in 2 turns. And Karen, well, Karen is a 11 movement, monster. Oh, well, that makes that much safer. Thank you. I'm pretty sure we could have made it anyway, but now we make it next turn for sure. Movement stars, can't predict those. Okay, now. This is where it gets spicy. So, I'm gonna have Ida rescue number 1 kid and move. That was my obvious maneuver. Brighton rescues the next guy and moves. And they're probably out of range for turn 1. Now, unfortunately, my unmounted units don't start mounted, because they're idiots. Let me just test something here. Can you mount and take? Yeah. And it doesn't help a lot, but you can do that at least. So technically then... Well, we could have got 1 more square out of it. Someone has to get these guys going. Okay, maybe that's what we'll do first. So, yeah, this seems sensible. Nope. Misclick. Sorry. Forget that. That didn't happen. Game just auto-targeted the wrong character. Okay. Now I can take Finn and Fergus's, who I don't actually want doing this. We can't keep moving when we mount, but we can do at least that much. Okay, this is fine. Okay, we've got the 4 green units and the 4 guys I want to move. How far off? Oh, jeez, we're still in range. But that's... Dang. That's not great. Man, the movement on this one needs to die. Okay, Nana, you're gonna provide some Nana support. It's a little bit of evasion. Oh, I did have another plan. I think I may have already messed it up. I moved the Kingmaker to somebody. Because I was like, hey, they could do support. And I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. Good. It is equipped. Okay, good. Because Leaf is so far away, I'm like, I'm not going to need that right away. So Fergus has got the Kingmaker, so that gives us at least double charm. That'll probably help. See, I did do some preps. Good. Believe me. Do we want... The biggest danger is probably Fred. That one can only attack Finn. Finn should be fine. The Brave Lance might not last, but... And then... So it's only 1 attack to Finn, and then this archer that has stupid movement. So optimally, you actually want... If it works like this, you want this guy to move up, attack Finn, and not die. So the archer can only attack Finn or Fergus. Well, Fergus is not super tanky. Math time. We've got 14 attack speed, 29 damage. That's a lot of damage. So he's not doubled. 29 minus 7 is 22. So he should live. He can take one hit. But this one, we can't really escape this guy. We need to get out of there. Finn will definitely survive. It might be better to have a javelin on him. Fred would also survive. No, he'd get doubled and die. See, that's the problem. So should I try to use Callion to block? He's got some defense. So if I put him right here, maybe just equip a javelin. I can't equip it right now. Just mount and then... There you go. So that puts him in range of 1. Still, it's actually about the same, but... Okay, no, that's fine. So he can be in range of Archer. This doesn't actually protect. No. Fred's the only one that was in danger of dying. Okay. No one shouldn't die. And I did have a backup strat of Vantage Dire Thunder, which, if it ever gets really dire, Olwen's job is to just kill them all. Which, might work. That's the B plan, or the C plan, maybe. She could have taken one hit, right? Attack speed, well, she'd be doubled. She would need to kill him. Actually, this weighs her down even more. She would definitely need to kill him with the first 2 strikes. And if that didn't work, game over, man. Game over. Okay, let's... She's got 8 movement. Let's give her a little bit of a lead, because I don't want her to get surrounded if we don't have to. Okay, let's keep the turn going. We got lots of stuff to do. Miranda's got to go down here. Priorities? Is there anyone I really need to move down first? Anyone that gets a movement star would be great. I'll save the sleep for later. It doesn't need to happen right now. Maka would be very useful. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to give her the Adept. I'm going to give her everything. She can have Luna, Vantage, Adept, whatever. She can just do all this stuff. We've got Salem and Homer, who I'd like to get some XP on, but it's not as big of a deal. Shiva's here again. And maybe we'll just let Xavier guard the door, because it seems like something he would probably do. Okay, Hey, I didn't know you could do that. If you press the L button, all enemy attack zones highlight. When? I don't remember them ever adding that in. This might be part of the ROM hack. Just the current version I'm using. That's really convenient. How come I didn't figure that out? Someone's probably yelling at me in the comments. There's one other thing that I did notice that I may not have shown off. You can see all the growths with the select button. And I think it includes scrolls if they've got scrolls. Yeah. So if you're ever curious how the effects of the scrolls are applying to your stats, your growths, it is all technically in-game. This might all be part of the ROM hack. I don't know. I don't think Fire Emblem ever normally shows you growth rates in-game. It's all a mystery. Anyway, that's the only 2 things there. That's 33 minutes in, end turn 1. Oh, those axe guys show up so fast. Yes, block the road. Block the road. Make it more difficult. Okay, first strike. Good dodge. He only had 16% to hit. Like, right? I wasn't even calculating hit rates. I was just like, how much damage could we take if we fail our dodge, right? If we get hit by the 1%, what happens? Alright, so they went for Fergus. 56% chance to do 22 damage. That was not too bad. But we really should try to kill that archer if we can, because they're just going to keep doing it. Okay, and I'm still not 100% sure if we can keep pulling back quickly enough. And this is with, like, my fastest units, so if these guys can't do it, there is absolutely no way to stay out of this guy's range. And he's got 10 movement, so honestly, he's just going to catch up with us anyway. Because we can only move 8 with most of our dudes. Kind of wild. No. That's unfortunate. There's a bush in the way. Okay, that's as far as they can move. Oh, this guy changed directions. I thought he was gonna go to this one. Well, he can't. He can make it to a friggin' house already? It's fine. It's fine. Karen's got it. Thanks to our boots on a Pegasus, we can go wherever we want. I didn't think she'd have to cover all this, but I guess where I deployed Dean didn't really help much. Some skill HP on level up, sure. He could go visit that house right now, but I think that it's actually more important to get down here. I should have tried him first, I guess. That's 2 movement stars in a row. That's very lucky. Alright, we'll clean up some of these thieves. Yeah, and then these brigands are going to be heading over here too, so like that's... I want the houses. So the problem is, this friggin' 11 movement archer is just one, like that's... You just assume they can hit anybody anytime. So I think we have to try to kill it this turn as we retreat. Which is kind of wild. I'm a little bit scared of the tornado mage. You take 1 step. I didn't bring any super weapons here. We do double. That's not enough to kill. My strongest weapon is the iron blade. 19 and 19 if we hit. We might get a crit. Wait, Callion's got crazy good. Yeah, he's got a 4 FCM. I should have given him some weapon with base critical on it. That would have been smart. Because he could, like a killer lance would work really well on Callion. Why didn't I do that? Well, you know, preps can only go so far. No one has a killer lance or a killer sword or anything, huh? Oh, we have a wind sword. That's probably not what we want, but just for interest's sake. Oh, yeah, that doesn't do enough damage. No, not even close. Okay, we go for the crit. I guess as long... Whatever's accurate... 95% to hit. As long as the crit gets the kill, which it will. Yeah. Please just crit. Yes, Callion! He had a 60% chance on the second strike, and 15% plus 60% chance. So, he had pretty good odds. Okay, that's the worst as far as the chase goes. Now, we're dealing with 10 movement, which is still too fast, but also range. Well, we got another archer. So this guy, yeah, he'll still be fast enough to snipe Glade. Are we making a wall? Can't really make a wall. I mean, interesting. I guess you could rescue. You could pick up the kids and then rescue them back. But rescue staves, like, so far we found exactly 1 rescue staff. It was very difficult to get, and like, there's no replacements as far as I can tell. You get the 1, and then if you use your hammer to get more, that's it. That's all you can do. Silver Sword guy, not as dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the sword guys can't get to my escorts. The archer is the only one, and they will be able to stand on this square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can make it any of those squares if they want. Which means I have to put somebody here. And if possible, anyone in range needs to have a javelin. So we could trade Callion down to a javelin. And I'd like to keep... Well, we could let like, if they want to attack Olbin, Olbin's got low defense. I think she could probably just Dire Thunder it, and that would be Archer dealt with. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Finn is pretty tanky. He should be okay. We'll put him up front. He will equip a javelin just in case he gets attacked. He'll set Callion up with a javelin, and he will guard. That means... I can put someone in a spot where... Well, this guy can make it up to here, too. Fine. This turn is all about trying to get... Dang, they can make it all the way to Nat even there. I want the aura, but the goal for today's turn is to you know what? If they want to attack Fergus with the Kingmaker... Oh, but... Oh, they'll be in range, dang it. Yeah, I was going to say, if they want to attack Fergus in melee, he'll slaughter them, but... Unfortunately, there are targets that don't have range 1, 2, or 2, so they'll probably go for them. But I tell you what, if you want to try... Olwen, you go for it. Oops, wrong button again. What's my next... R1 is next unit. L1 is apparently see everything. Okay, that's I don't think anyone's at risk of death. It's just we'll probably won't kill the archer. It's a lot of axes. More reinforcements. Yeah, I mentioned that. And just think, you could have bypassed all of this by recruiting Connemara on turn 1 or 2. But then you wouldn't have to figure out any kind of cunning escape like this. Ooh, Fergus' defense is bad. I may have killed him. I'm like, he'll wreck anybody that attacks him. No, he's dead. Great. Great! I forgot just how pathetic his defense was. The archer's just gonna move up and kill him. No? Yeah, there you go. Dodge. Ooh, 43% chance to die. Okay, well that was on me. I forgot how his defense worked. A lot of axe guys. Connemara's getting closer as well. I'm actually... See, I'm still not 100% sure this strategy works. These friggin' 10 movement archers, bow knights, I guess. There's no way to escape them. This whole unit is bullshit. Like, this... If this is what you're supposed to do, I don't know how you could possibly kill them all, like, you know, quote-unquote, legitimately. I'm gonna... I think Karen has to go guard some villages from axe guys. Who's this? These are the reinforcements. Pole axes, that's even worse. Hammers don't matter too much. Couple troubadours to go heal. Did I give you a vulnerary? Of course not. Does anyone have a vulnerary? Probably not. I mean, Nana can heal and move. Let's kill a thief. That's a really good level up. It's gonna be a real shame to have to reset after that. Speaking of which, let's put a this turn safety save. And the goal will be for Dean to sort of flank along with Karen here. I just want to keep them out of range of the archers, mostly. And like, if one of these guys wants to attack them, that would be fine. But I think the archers are the main threat. So if you put them far enough down here, we could split off. Oh, it'd be amazing if we could split off the Thoron. Thoron, 27 magic damage, that's quite a lot. But I don't know, Karen's pretty strong. Maybe next turn we can get her into a position to help. We'll see. I think Karen can still make it here before all these axe guys get there, but yeah, that's not a lot of time there. Let's see how our green unit escape band is doing here. Maximum movement speed, as good as I can do. I mean, they're almost... I mean, if we can do, like, one more turn, our whole army will be together. Ish. Maybe 2 turns, but we're close. You know what else we could just do? I got these physics staves. I never hardly use them. I think Salem could have used his too, I forgot. Let's keep Finn up. Fergus, we're going to try to keep out of combat next turn if we can. The problem is... Oh, no, no, no. Look, they can't actually make it to my green units this time. Well, my escorts. And this one will have the same overall movement as this one, I think. So we have got one space in front of our green guys that's safe, which we can't make it to. Finn can kill this one and then run up there. Fergus is going to be in some danger because 2 archers are going to be able to attack him. That might be it. Yeah, 10 movement, 10 movement. I think. Got 2 squares beside him, so... Yeah, they'd have to already be in one of these tiles here to attack him. So as long as we kill this one... I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they can't make it that far. Okay, so then Fergus goes first. Then we heal him. If he is under attack, but there's not much we can do. I mean, it's possible he dies to 2 hits from the arrows still. I didn't math it out. In which case, that just sucks for him not getting enough defense, basically. 24 damage, 10 AS. 24 damage, 10 AS. Takes 17. He does survive with 2 hit points from two shots. He is quick enough that he doesn't get doubled, and healthy enough at full health to survive with 2 HP. I mean, that's about as good as I can do. I guess Callian could throw a javelin if I preferred. Oh yeah, and then Finn can throw another javelin. Yeah. That's even slightly better than the previous idea. Get the kills when they can't counter. HP, strength, and some unnecessary speed? Go. Go, Callian, go. Callian is... I think I keep mixing up Callian and Fergus. Callian is incredibly strong. Fergus is not really the same. He's got a better FCM. But 4 FCM is still lots. I think Fergus got a movement +1 level up. That's why he can keep up so easily. If I promote him, he'll have 10 movement, but, so he'll be the faster character, but his defense is really quite trash. There is that. Not a kill, but significant weakening. Critical also means kill. Okay, that is really good. That cleans up the space a lot. And now they just move into range, get javelins, moved into range, get javelin. Okay, this is looking... I mean, you know, the archers are real jerks. I didn't check Olwen. I keep putting her... I have messed up a little bit with Olwen. In that there's forest in the way, and that's going to slow her down. And then the fix is to get stuck behind more forest. I don't think they'll attack her. She's got range 1, too. They can't this turn, but they might catch up next turn. But the thing is, I think she has a pretty good chance, especially if I keep her in... Which I didn't, but if I keep her in charm range, she should be okay. You know, this is going okay. I didn't think we'd make it this many turns in without some deaths, so... And I technically did have, like, a coin flip for Fergus to die already, so this was a little bit lucky. We're not out of the woods yet. But once my green guys are past my main army and my secondary army has reinforced, I think we can draw a line and deal with these. I do need to remember how I'm recruiting Connemore, because that's important. And at any point where we recruit Connemore, I guess the Kingmaker was for dodge. I was thinking I should have given him a javelin. Dang. Well, that's okay. I knew he'd survive. Yeah, we need to recruit Connemore. We've got to protect some villages, and then we just got to countercharge, basically. Just... if you started the map at this point, I don't think you'd be too scared. I mean, this is dangerous. Don't get me wrong, but this is not nearly as scary as what we had at the beginning of the map. We've already killed the thieves. We've got some units trying to counter this nonsense. We've thinned the herd a bit. I'm gonna make a safety save at the beginning of this turn because this has gone on pretty well. I don't want to ruin it by misclicking. All right, so running away units continue to run away. That's fine. No need to worry about these guys. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just keep. We could drop off the green units and they'll just run on their own, but I have no plan on using combat with any of these, so just keep running. Okay, Dean, Karen. I mean, we could kill the archers this turn and start attacking them, but I really do need to get down here. Yeah, let's just cover one of these houses immediately. I've been saving the nearby Thracians from starving by giving them 1/10 of our crops. This is the best one right here. This is the speed ring. Shows you how fast I am. Blah, blah, blah. Take it. I mean, that's like the best one right there. Bam. Done. So that's a +3 to somebody's speed. Now, most of my units that I use have good speed, but now we can take maybe Leaf. Well, he's actually doing good on speed. Who could use some help that we want to fight with? Fergus could use some speed, maybe. Olwen's probably fine. I'm not sure Salem's ever going to do any combat. Dean's maxed. I mean, okay, look, we've done a lot of... we've had some pretty good growth characters. Maybe nobody we've deployed needs it, but we'll figure it out. I promise you, we'll figure it out. Movement star? Aww. Okay, that one's done. We got 3 more to visit. And at that point, they might just turn north to charge towards the rest of the houses or my army, which would be better. Because I don't really want my flyer units to just kill everything. Now, Fergus. So I'm thinking we finally got some cliffs. Okay, they can stand here, but they can't stand there. So we could make a line like this way. We only need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units-ish. And they can't break through. It's not totally safe because Olwen can't make it out. So we might wanna use this cliff and go like this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's even better actually. This tile would be attackable by 2 spots. And these 2 tiles would only be attackable from 1 spot each, plus ranged, but there's not a lot of ranged. Oh, this is looking like it's coming together. This is a nice, this is good map design. This is a nice little choke point that lines up pretty well with your units coming down here. Okay. So how do we do it? Can we maybe thin the archers down right now? 16, not quite a kill, but we might get the crit. And we have healing available now if we take some damage. Finn is Finn the best unit in the game, like overall? I think I'll put him on the low spot. He doesn't need the forest as much as the rest of the team does. And then like, Callion is good on defense. I could put him right above Finn. What have we got? Can we kill this one? He can move down 1 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can get there. At least one less archer to murder my my poor Fergus. Okay, and then Olwen can get into safety. We need someone to block here. I haven't figured that part out yet. Bear with me. It'd be great if we could get Maka there. We might be able to, actually. She's got 1,000,000 defense anyway. So if I moved her here and ate an item, then let's say... How would we do this? Maybe from here, rescue, make it? No. Because you can only rescue drop one tile away. She's pretty bulky too. 14 con. Not a lot of people can carry her up here. This song. Sorry, too much singing in the background is distracting me. That's my excuse. Whenever somebody dies, it's because there was singing. This is a song as well. Maybe I should just skip this one. It's too hot for YouTube, I call it. There's some let's call it lyrics in it. Okay. Well, there's only one ranged unit left, right? Well, the mages are coming, but they can't make it this turn. Mostly. But Olwen doesn't really fear mages. Well, not much. She only takes like 10 damage from me. But she probably gets doubled. So what I'm trying to do is get Maka onto the forest. It's just a little bit too far. How can we do it? If I can put someone here, if she's here, rescue, and then from this tile, rescue drop. This tile is in range of some ranged attacks, which is like not ideal for Fergus. Probably not ideal for Nana. I guess better to be Fergus. If we could heal him up. So Nana's going to be here, Fergus is going to be here, Maka's going to be sort of shuffled down. Someone will still need to heal Fergus. Is this going to work? I have to use another couple physics, I guess. And then Olwen's in the back. Fergus will be... a mage and an archer? Technically, if they were smart, they could archer Kanto out of the way, mage attack, mage attack. I don't know if the AI is smart enough to do all that. Unless I don't think he can move. He can't move another spot, or else he would be able to move to this tile. Like, if he had this tile blue, then he could get to here and move over or up. But we cannot. I bet you they're less likely to attack Olwen. She's got less defense, but at least with Vantage and Dire Thunder, she's got a pretty good chance of counter-killing them before they even get a turn. Fergus, he barely has a ranged weapon. He's a sword guy. I'm not in love with this turn, but let's make a number 3 save slot, because this is pretty far down the line of safety. This does get some... So can you... I don't think you can take and heal on the same turn. If I put him here, everyone's in range of the sword. It doesn't matter. He gets out of the way. Take. Are you kidding me? Nana's on a horse. Why can't she pick up... Oh, no, not take. Rescue. Fine. Yeah, you can't rescue and also do anything. That's fine. We expect it. Dang it! This is why I made another save, because apparently I can't... Yeah. Never mind. I missed it. Someone was probably yelling at me, Blue, you missed it. Alright, well then I really only have one choice. I don't love it. This might be a chance to die. I'm not sure. I'm actually going to have Leaf take the Kingmaker. Maybe by having a ranged sword equipped, they might be a little bit less murdery. And then this way everyone gets the aura, including... because I don't think... If you have Yeah, what am I trying to say? If you're the one with the Kingmaker, you do not get the effective charm. Only the people near you. So this will give, well, I have to heal him, but this will give Fergus double charm, and also Leaf tends to support most people. Fergus is supported by, like, Karen, but she's too far away. I'll give them a little bit of bait here. I can put her in range of Nana. I don't know if this is better or worse, but I'm fairly certain they could kill Fergus if they all attacked him. I think there's probably a slightly less chance they can kill Alwyn, because she'll probably kill them first. Probably. This tile is safe. We definitely need to heal this guy. Salem, you're going to move over. Heal. And I think we have to use 2 more physics. But physics are... Well, I'm not going to say they're common, but they're not so rare that we can't use them. This is where, remember in Fates, especially on the Birthright side, there's a range 2 heal staff. Those are so nice. Like, healing range 1 is standard, like heal and mend and recover and all that. Having a slightly weaker or more expensive or something, just slightly longer range heal is really good. Like, physics are great, but we don't need infinite or high range most of the time. A lot of the time, just a short range, like 2 or 3, would be just super helpful. Just don't want to put Homer somewhere where he gets murdered. I've done this turn too carefully to just, you know, do something stupid now. Something stupid now. Alright, that's everybody. Let's slow this down, because there might be some risk of death this turn. I don't know. Don't mind me, I'm just having a Tums. A little bit of heartburn. I'll eat quietly, you won't hear me.